What is up, guys? Big things coming again. Hey. What is up, Geordie? What is up, Mel?
Living the dream,
How are
baby.
you?
I'm pretty good. Pretty excited. Someone finally brought me a Colourmine cocktail.
Oh, cheers to that.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Yeah, ching, ching,
And
ching, ching.
cheers to our...
Who we got today?
We got
Who we got today?
the state of the land, which has now become electrified. The only one and only is Electric State. The bros, we got Rob and Bill.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
and
beer.
Billy.
Oh,
And
you didn't
thank
give
you.
Build and give me one. He doesn't look
You guys brought the beers and you didn't even bring yourself one.
What have you done?
Rob doesn't
Rob, do you
deserve a
want?
beer.
Somebody else is going to
Well-
grab a beer.
No, you got plenty of lollies there, man. Yeah.
Well, y'all are sharing everything, so you might as well
Yeah.
share that beer.
I don't even drink beer.
Everything?
But I wanted to be with the
Apparently
boys,
so.
so you guys have forced my hand. But
I just had to
I
like
was gonna say,
sugar.
I've never seen you like
I'm
drink
doing
a
it
beer.
with my bros.
You should put sugar.
Camaraderie, and then meanwhile, Rob's
Sugar
like,
in
I'm
the,
good.
in the beer.
Oh, damn, that's a game changer right there.
Man.
I don't want to do it in case I taint it. But here we go. How are you guys doing today?
There you go. She's good.
Oh wow!
Oh my goodness.
Not tip for
It's not like the Mentos thing. where-
He will get diabetes now.
You want
That's not a laughing matter.
It's
Anyway,
great to have you guys in today. Thank you so much for coming
Thanks
in.
for having us.
I've been excited about having you guys in because
More excited than-
Mummy.
This one's already going up the rails. It's just started.
Unlocking a memory there.
Jump in, everyone.
What's going on?
Whoa.
How you fellas doing?
Oh, he's doing great now. We're winning, Rum.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I've been excited to have you guys on. You're a lot of fun. You know, like it says it in the name as well. Electric State. You guys are full of electricity. You know, I saw your show at the Bird recently, playing with Belgravia.
How are you?
Yeah.
Brought the fucking house down. Set the smoke alarms off. I'm pretty sure.
Burn the stage.
Awesome. I don't know
Cops
how we
on
were.
horses rocking up. You know, oh, that's just another night in Northbridge, but
Classic Electric State fashion.
yeah.
Well, Belgravia smashed it, I reckon. Played awesome on that day. We had great bands on that night, but played with every single one of your bands, and we love playing with
Yeah.
them. So,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
you need to do a big things coming gig where you
Yeah.
have all the bands cracking on.
That's an
We
idea.
were going to.
See,
Everything,
me,
yeah.
me and Geordie, we just locked eyes then.
Wow.
Just
Sorry for
because we're
interrupting.
madly in
I'll
love with
scoot
each
out
other.
the
But
Mel, just please speak right
just so
Do a
happens,
song
Rob,
with all you guys on it.
just so happens something like that may be in the works.
Ah, sweet, cool.
Whether it's a gig, it might be a song. I'd like to do a gig. Big Things Coming festival, maybe.
Wow, that
That'd be
sounds
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, putting that into
Oh.
the ether.
Yep.
Think
So,
about it. Think about it.
if anyone at home would like to help us create a Big Things Coming festival, you know, like the more help, the better. Obviously, it is a massive logistical nightmare organising
Absolutely.
shows as it is. Especially me, because I have no fucking idea what I'm doing half the time.
Hey, you're smashing it. There's a Colourmine single coming out every
Oh,
few months.
Hey,
This-
we're supposed to be talking about you.
Yeah,
No,
this
no,
isn't
it's
about
fine, you guys
me,
are all right.
bro.
So,
We're here
hey,
to
how do you
promote
guys
our
organise your
bands.
gigs and write your songs?
Come on now, let's just
We
switch it up.
interview you.
Man, like what universe have we woken up to? Our roles have been
Let's
reversed,
just
you
roll
know?
them all
Like,
together. But
parallel.
hey, let's start with Electric State's tour to Japan. Let's start with that.
yes.
Go, Bill.
Come on now.
I'm wearing the shirt right now.
That's
Well,
right.
it was pretty exciting. I think.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yes. I still can't speak any Japanese.
I can't. I'm not going to try. I've lost it already.
We were just those stupid Westerners, and we were really, we struggled with trying to
Talk.
well, really trying to like talk to the locals and trying to find where we wanted to go, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was such a struggle because
The logistics of it all.
logistics.
Like
is really
I've
difficult.
been to Japan as well, man. Hands down, the best place on earth
Yeah.
besides Perth.
They got the best 7-Elevens in town.
They do, man. Holy shit!
One
Like,
of these for like $1.
oh, bro,
Nice.
like,
Yeah.
but
Pack my bags.
it's amazing. And when I heard Electric State were touring Japan, I was like, bro, you are like living the fucking dream. Not only like going to Japan, you get to drink all the fucking amazing beer, eat all the amazing Kobe beef.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The meat on the stick was amazing.
Meat on a stick, $20 Australian, mind you. But
Wahoo
worth
steak,
it.
it was
Yeah.
so worth it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
worth it.
Yeah.
In Osaka, we had like this weird apartment thing where we even had the roof overlooking all of it, like the rest of Osaka.
Yeah, yeah.
And so in the evenings, we're just up there drinking. I mean, it was 90% humidity.
Yeah,
and so
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like a full bath of sweat.
You're putting one in, you're sweating two out.
Yeah. That was great. And then you could go down to 7-Eleven at any
Yeah.
time of the night
Yeah.
and just buy your, Wahoo steak or your
The
soba
Migarang noodles.
Yeah,
you know?
the chicken. Yeah.
Oh.
The KFC chicken for
Yes.
like 70 cents.
Yes,
and it was
yes.
amazing. It was like better than KFC. Sorry,
I'm
KFC.
pretty sure it was Lawson's Convenience.
Yep.
I know the fried chicken you are talking about.
Yep.
And I know Cassie, my fiance at home, she'll be like, fuck, Johnny gained 20 kilos eating that
BTC
shit.
needs to get sponsorship from Lawson's. Lawson's needs to sponsor BTC.
I'm
and we
going
have
for a
chicken.
Migarang sponsorship, man.
Yeah.
I'll go for Lawson's, man. I'll do it.
Lawson's, man, like, the chicken was amazing. Nearly as good as you guys.
Let's get back to the music
Yeah.
now, okay?
I went on a tangent there.
Right.
No, but like, how did it come about? Like, did you guys plan it yourselves? Did you hook it up with other people over there? Like, how did it work?
So we would around about the time when we dropped Green Machine and we dropped a couple of singles around that time. We got hit up, but it was COVID times, and so there was actually nothing that we could actually do. And so it's like, we'd really like to go over and play a show, and there was some airplay on different stations and things like that. And so we were like, we can't. But then once COVID opened up, borders opened up, reached out again, and they're like, it'd be great to have you guys come over.
Yeah.
And so we got to go over and do a few shows,
Yeah.
which was great. So. I mean, with no delusions of it all. Like, we weren't playing to like massive, huge arenas or anything else like that. It was, 150-seater rooms to 300-seater rooms.
Sort of like convenience.
Yeah, so
Right.
Like that sort of size spaces.
Yeah, but still.
Still cool.
Like a small venue, but, 100 people would look like 1,000 people, so to speak, because it's so compact.
And also to the population there, like all you need is just a little bit of a word of mouth thing, and then
Yeah.
Well, it was bizarre. There was this one kid when we played in, wasn't Osaka, what was the other place we went to?
Kyoto?
Kobe or Kobe?
Kobe.
This is really bad. It's only been 6 months. But this young Japanese guy comes up and he couldn't speak very good English. He's like, megaphone, want to sing. And I'm like, you want to sing? And he's like, yeah, just Bud. And I'm like, all right, cool, no
Oh my
worries.
God.
So he knew the words.
Wow.
He'd seen videos and he got up on stage and was singing Just
that is
Bud with us.
fucking
Right.
And so
epic.
that was like a mind-blowing
Oh my
moment just
God.
there.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah.
So someone in Japan knew your music,
Yeah.
wanted to get up on stage and sing with you.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It is like I for one, as a muser, I would fucking die.
Oh
Like,
man, it was
that
amazing.
pride that you would carry, like I can see it in your eyes,
Yeah,
man. Like,
it was bizarre and
Yeah.
crazy, but all the bands were phenomenal, right? Like they
Every
were.
band was amazing.
Yeah. So there was the Black Dolphins. Was it Caterpillars, Mamas and Papas, which is a crazy name. But then they were just nuts. Like so the tour manager goes, all right, you might need to tone it down.
Yeah.
You can't do what you do in Australia because I'm a bit of an idiot with a megaphone and a smoke machine and everything else like that we spoke about outside. And I'm like, when we watched this young kid get up, Rage Against Machine meets like Tooley meets something else.
Oh, wow.
And he's climbing lights, towers and everything else. I'm like, he's doing it. I can do it. Like, this is great. And so, but they were
You still
wicked
got
bad.
waved down though off the
Yeah, I
barrels. The tour manager
Because
was
I'm
like,
fatter. He was like this shorter dude, and I was, got the lid for the toolbox here, so I think the tower didn't take my weight. I don't know, maybe.
But a great time.
That is so
Fun
awesome.
time.
That
Very
is so
fun time.
awesome. So I guess like through that you would have made some like long-term contacts, and you're gonna like you can go back again,
Yes.
maybe do it bigger and better.
Skythread System.
Scyther-Rack.
Scyther-Rack, I always say it wrong. Scyther-Rack System. We're still in touch with those guys. Still in touch with the Black Dolphins. We're still in touch with a couple of the other booking agents and that. And so
That's awesome.
there's a possibility to go again. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
There's a coin factor to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, like, if you're launching a single marketing wise and it can work out and then it's not so much of a big outlay, it's cool to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, see what happens in the future.
You can still say that you did that though. Like, which bands in Perth or in anywhere can say I did a Japanese tour?
Well,
That's
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the thing was at the time when we were looking at that, we were like, well, do we go to? We wanted to tour, and it was like, well, do we go to Melbourne or do we go to Japan,
Yeah.
or do we go somewhere else? It was like, well,
To-
what actually does look better?
Bill, tell me, mate, like, was there a similarity in cost if it was to just be like an Australian tour versus Japan? Like, did you weigh that up beforehand, or were you like, nah, fuck it, we'll just do Japan?
If we'd done Melbourne and Sydney, it probably would have been sort of relevant or close. But yeah, to do one city it would have been a little bit cheaper. But just to do Japan in general was such a great experience. But financially, it's sort of close.
Yeah, okay.
It's very similar.
Which is crazy. When you think
Asking
about it.
because, you know, we're all in bands and, you know, that is the dream, isn't it? Like to get out of your hometown. You've done it before already. I know Geordie and I, like, we're rising up from the ashes. We're like fucking...
We're trying to make some moves.
Bro, like, I want to see my band, like, get on some bigger stages or just in different cities in general.
Yeah.
Spread the love, you know, spread the word. Yeah.
The Lord. Spread the sound.
Jesus.
Hail Mary.
That's another band.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Shut up, Kev.
Speaking of Hail Mary, I just want to touch on when I first met Rob. It was such a, like, I was so fucking nervous. Like, Rob hooked me up with our original drummer.
Yep.
When they were like looking for a singer and stuff. So that was cool. And then I don't know how it all happened, the Chris Cornell tribute thing.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
then what? Yes.
Yeah.
So I go into this rehearsal room with fucking Rob and fucking Kev. And I'm just there like,
And we were like, fuck, it's Mal.
oh, you were not. I literally like I was so nervous.
Yeah.
My hands were shaking. I was holding them like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
Alex
was really
Kenyon
nervous.
as well from Voyager in it. And
Yes!
Chris Gibbs in it as well.
Right.
I remember I was sitting there and then you smashed out.
Oh, God.
What was it? It was the Soundgarden song and everyone just
I
sort of
love
stood back. And I remember
Soundgarden.
Alex, he just sort of just had this face, just stood back and he's like, oh my God, this is awesome. And he just started going, yeah.
Pretty sure that's when you were singing.
No. I only did the audio. Do you remember? So I always laugh about this because Chris Gibbs' face was hilarious. We started playing, Corchise or something like that, and I sung a different Audio Slave. Like I just had the lyrics up on my iPad, and I started singing a different Audio Slave song.
Oh, Ricochet Say.
Yeah, and then Chris is going, them's not the words. Like his face has said, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Hey, Rob, that's the story of your life, though.
Yeah,
Always
sing
sing
the
the
wrong
wrong
words all the
lyrics.
time. Yeah.
But I don't know,
Yeah.
like if you're as a singer, if you're ever in a room with somebody like Rob and also Kev from Hail Mary, it is the most intimidated I've ever felt. Like
Truly.
I just
Yeah, but
was
wouldn't
just
that give you a
massive.
sense of pride? Like, oh, I've been invited to hang around these guys. Like, it's kind of like
It was
you
like I
made it
should
sort of
not
thing.
be here.
Oh,
it was like
man,
that.
like,
It was
we-
like,
we
Cam and I
look
were
up
thinking
to you,
exactly
so-
the same
is
thing.
there like
Yeah.
a pity party for Mel or something? Am I invited? I have friends, just not these guys.
Nah, you got a bomb in the West End. Well, I think with
But
all
yeah.
that crew in there was like, because Chris is an amazing guitarist.
Yes.
Has been for ages.
Yeah.
He's taught so many people. And then also Alex was there and then Vass from Hail
Oh
Mary
my
as well.
fucking
Vass is
God, what an immense drummer.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
Yeah.
it was that was a mad thing to be part
It
of.
was a great experience.
What advice can I ask of you? Like, even for everyone at home, what advice would you give a band that is looking to tour? Like, to jump, like, anywhere, like, whether it's interstate or overseas? Being a first-time tour, what advice would you give a band that is looking to do that?
I reach out to bands. I reckon that's the key thing, like any town. So in previous lineups, I've done a few shows over East and stuff, and I found the more you chat to them and then you go, look, we're at the same sort of we're all trying to get music out there. We're all just trying to make things work, and so they want that as well. And so chatting with them, they want to come over to WA. Like there's Japanese bands that want to come to WA. The cost factor for them is quite large. It's
absolutely.
actually a lot more than for us to go over there at the moment. And so like there's reasons why bands can't. But you talk to them. And then they're like, all right, we'll organise shows, we'll get you to come over. But then there's also the equipment thing.
Yeah.
Like taking equipment over, sharing equipment's what you have to do.
Yeah, like sharing your back line. Like I've said to my boys, like start getting onto like the effects processing rigs, like Line 6 or Kempo or,
Victory.
Quad Cortex, like the guitar pedals.
Go Victory. The
Victory.
little 180 watt, it's like the size of a pedal.
Dude.
That's what I took to Japan. It was so cool.
Jimmy's guitar head is a Joyo. Like it's $150 or $200. It's this big.
Yeah.
It is this big. And
It's not about the size ever.
size does not matter, all right? Like
Isn't that right, Bill?
That's right.
Just ask his brother.
He can't defend himself. Come on.
For those who don't know, Bill is in fact a twin. All right,
You're the younger twin, right?
Yeah,
no,
same.
you are the younger twin. Yeah.
I had to let him win something once.
I swear to God, every time I
tell him
see
that all the time.
every time I see your brother, I think it's you, and I'm like, oh, hey man, how you going? And he's just pointing, and then I see you, I'm like, oh, sorry. Hey man, how you going?
I like when we meet new people and they're like, oh, is it Craig or is it Bill? And I always go, oh, that's Bill. It's Craig.
It's going to get to the point where your brother's just going to be doing autographs for you, you know?
He actually, at most gigs, will, at the end of the night, and you're cooling down as we do, and he's standing at the bar and someone's like, mate, great show. Can I buy you a drink? And he's like, yep. Almost every gig we play, someone will buy him a drink.
Yeah. Dude, that is awesome, though. I would ride that train till
reaping
the
the
cows
benefits,
come
you know?
home,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Look,
Shout out to Craig. He's like the fifth member of the band. He
Yes.
comes in, helps around, helps sell merch and stuff. He's
Yeah.
good. He's a good guy. I know he's your bro. But, yeah.
does he load in the drums, though?
Yeah, he carries the
Oh,
gear.
he does?
Yeah, he carries the gear.
He's a
I
good
wouldn't.
egg.
Good lad.
He's a good roadie.
Good on him. Good on him.
Not a good brother, a good roadie.
He's the Brody.
I see what you did there. Yeah,
sure did.
1 point extra to Geordie. You know what? From now on, I think Peter's going to need to like superimpose a scoreboard.
Geordie's puns.
Yeah, Geordie's puns, Mel's puns. Yeah, I think
I'm way ahead of you fuckers. Man.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty level right now. Yeah.
I have a cool story about the bros.
Go on.
One time back in the day, this is, let's go, 2017 era. I was telling you about this, Rob, a couple of months back. I was in an acoustic duo and performed music in a long time.
Yeah.
And I went to the Canning Vale Tavern Markets, and it was a battle of the bands.
Okay.
So we did 1 week. Me and my friend, he was playing guitar, I was singing. We got into the next round. And we do our set. I think we were the second act because they got all the acoustic duos out the way. And then these boys walk in the room, and I'm like, shit.
Oh, is
And
this
then-
Electric State?
This is Electric
Yeah,
State.
okay.
This is one of your like earliest gigs, I remember you telling me.
yeah.
I remember this is back when Paul had the dreads.
Yes.
That was that back then. And you guys just, oh man. While I was going the show, I was like, this is so sick. But I'm like,
Fuck you guys.
and
you
we
and your
lost.
goodness.
Fuck you, Dave.
Rob was walking on the bar with the megaphone in hand, just belting out these things, and everyone was just like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
And then these guys came on, and you guys won.
Yeah.
You won?
Yep.
The amount of times
I call
I've
bullshit.
Smacked my head. The amount of times I smacked my head on like stalactites from Badlands or blow down air conditioning units, and you have to sit there and not let it look as if it's hurt. You're like singing like bah, 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 and bang.
I've never had that problem.
Didn't you nearly tip the speaker stack over trying to climb on it at Perth Rocks?
Yeah.
That was on that little stage. I think you guys played on the little stage before. Like
The backstage. The first Perth Rock?
Yeah, at the
Badlands
Badlands
the second
one.
Perth Rocks?
Oh,
yeah.
on the side stack, and he climbed up there and
Why
went,
would you do it? That was not stable.
I was testing.
seemed
the
like a good
stability.
idea at the time. Yeah.
Because I'd be like,
Being a
Mel,
safety
don't do
officer.
what I just did.
But yeah, crazy small world.
Remember that gig? That was a great gig. There was lots of good bands on the comps. I reckon that's probably another thing. You know, you said about bands wanting to get out there and do stuff. I mean, I still feel like we're trying to get out there and do stuff. I think there's always these things that you can learn from. But I think battle of bands are a really cool thing.
Yeah.
But you got to put in the back of your mind, like, it's so subjective.
Yeah.
Judges' viewpoints.
Yes.
Like, I'm not knocking any judge. They know what they like. They know what they want to listen to.
You're not knocking them, you just want to punch them in the head.
But then on the other side of it, if it is judged by the audience, you know, like if there's a popular band
Yeah.
that can easily bring in like 100, 200 people, whatever, then it turns into a pissing contest.
It
You know,
does.
like
But that's what I mean. So like you got to go, all right, so it's an opportunity to have a show.
Exactly,
And then
yeah,
you get
yeah.
to spread your song to a wider audience because there's different audiences going
you might
to the
not
gig.
win, but you got the opportunity to play,
Yeah.
and you played on a lineup with all these awesome bands.
And we got so many shows from doing the Market City Tavern comp like early on. I think that was the very first or second or third show we did.
we hadn't played many.
And then we did like another comp just to play, just to get out there and see what's going on.
Was
We
that
were-
the Cudale Tavern one?
Yeah. And then so from that we then got other shows then at the Sewing Room, which is
foot in the
unfortunately now
door.
gone.
Oh man, I miss the sewing room, eh?
Yeah, it was
like
good.
that's where Columbine started to actually figure out, like, okay, we've got something going on here. Small stage, but it was just an awesome venue with a lot of great atmosphere. And do you remember the Barbie glass case near the bar?
I do.
You know what I'm talking about. Like, it had all
diorama.
these Barbie dolls, right? But they were like done up as like not
Rock
Barbie.
chicks.
Yeah, like rock
Dominatrix.
chicks. Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
You know the back band room in the
Yeah,
Australian room?
yeah.
And there was that box, and it was everybody's clothes and everything else that got
I'm
left
pretty sure I
behind.
saw an Electric
And-
State
yeah.
sticker on that.
See them fucking everywhere.
all the clothes that get left there, they get put in a box, and they're like all random things. And so after a gig we played, we're like putting on all this crazy ass hats and the stuff, and it was like a DJ thing going afterwards. I think it was the Scrubs night or something. So I'm going out in this leather jacket that went up to here and some weird hat. It was either you or Craig, and there was like some
You can't tell the
netty
difference
thing.
anymore.
There was and
Man, like,
we're all drunk ass going.
Is this a Prince concert or something?
so funny. Oh my
Do you
God.
know one of my most favorite memories of you guys, a lot of people know that I'm one of the biggest fans of you guys. I've always been, but one of my most favorite memories was you guys at Wham and just winning those categories that you were in. I was just like, yes, like the loudest fucking screamer in the world. And my bandmates sitting around me like, you didn't win. I'm like, but they won.
I remember that because we were sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
And I remember we were having a beer, and I think we had all gone to go network and meet with other people with no delusions of. I still don't even know how we got.
We were laughing the week before, going, if we win, what did we say we were going to do, Rob? And we still haven't done it.
A Big Things Coming
let's
podcast.
not say that. We're not going to say that.
Tell us now.
Because then there's more proof. And
Yeah.
other boys will get on it to make us do it.
What
But
what
it was
year
crazy
was
to do
the Wham you won?
it.
2021?
2021?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So it
years
was
back.
fairly recent then.
Was it 22, 21?
I
22?
think,
It was just after COVID.
yeah, it was just sort of-
21,
yeah,
Fiona.
21.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah. But I remember we were having beers and we're like, oh, what are we doing here? And we're like, there's all these other bands. Like, you had like, there's the Tame Impala guys because they
Yeah.
played that
Yeah.
night. And then there was
Southern River Band was sitting
Band.
behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psychedelic Porn Crumpets were there and other
Yeah.
people. And we're like, we go to your gigs.
Yeah.
Like, and so it was real bizarre. And Kim from Band of Misfits
Yeah,
was
she
there
was
as
sitting
well.
up the
Yeah.
next, on the same sort of row, but
Yeah.
So we had this pack of just people just drinking, and I remember we were just yelling out stuff at different points. And it was just pure shock when that happened.
it was like I still have the video on my phone of when you guys won, and like you guys just kind of like this. You were so stunned, and I was just like,
By then you would have been like 10 pints in. Like.
We were stunned the first time, but then when we went up and they make you do like take a photo and all that, and then
Yeah.
we're standing on the top of the staircase, and then me and Rob walked down, and the other boys up there talking to their partners, and then I've just literally pushed the door open, and then I heard our music playing again, and I'm like, hang on.
we won
Have we won again? And that was sweet. I was like, quick, let's go. So we had to run back down in there for the second time round, but yeah, that was amazing.
Oh, so it was multiple wins for you
Yes.
guys.
I was, yeah.
Like not song of the year, band of the year. Which one was it?
Most popular new
Yep.
and most popular live.
yeah,
That's fantastic.
Wow.
yeah, it was
Congrats,
so
boys.
great.
Yeah.
Oh man, I felt like I had won. I was like
Yeah.
living their dream.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Just like so excited.
Sense of pride, like
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
We
Yeah.
partied hard that night.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember
There was a lot of
drinks
photos.
outside with all of us. We were like,
You know what? No,
Photos.
actually, I think it must have been close to this time because actually this morning I got a memory
Yes,
and there was a photo
same.
of
Me
us.
and Kim, like-
There was photos of us this morning. I was like, "What's this?"
Yes, that
Burn the evidence.
it was a very, it was a
Digital
very fun
footprint for life. Oh, man.
So what's the latest and greatest?
Night. Yes,
You did do a
What are you
single
doing,
launch
boys?
recently.
We did. So we had Belgraver on, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Grunge Barbie as well. And No Tomorrows, great band. Just getting out there. So big shout out to No Tomorrows. But we're in I was doing some vocals for some tracking yesterday. And then also the last weekend or so, we've been doing final sort of shoots for our next music clip, which will be coming out soon.
Excellent.
And then, so we've got a few things sort of boiling
Was
away
that
there.
for Can't Get Enough?
So the clip is for Can't Get Enough.
Excellent.
And then the vocals are for 2 new singles. That'll be coming
Cool.
out
Excellent.
soonish.
Live on
cool.
all streaming services, people.
All the ones, yep.
Electric
The ones and
State. Follow them on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Facebook, Instagram,
At front of our house.
Grinder.
Oh, we don't no TikToks or grinders yet.
Follow us to the pubs.
To the pubs. Off to the pubs.
Where is your favourite local? What is your favourite pub?
Pub.
Yeah.
Not the skimpy ones.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they.
What's
Well,
the
my
skimpy
local,
pub?
that is what my local is. So
I've seen it all. I've seen the
Conveniently.
photos.
Which pub is it? Where would we find you?
I really love Amplify Bar. I really like going there and seeing some shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I'd say as a venue in Perth, I think that's probably
Yeah.
one of the best venues, if not the best.
Yeah,
There's
I love
many that are
Amps.
great, but
Yeah.
I've got a thing with Amplify Bar. I think it's great.
Yeah.
And Scotty Crichton, who does the sound there.
Scott Crichton,
is
man.
probably
What a
one
legend.
of the best sound engineers in Perth. Well,
Scotty-
definitely one of them.
Absolute legend, man. Absolute legend. I've got so many stories of just like at a venue, not amps, and we were without a soundie. Just finding out half an hour before we're loading in, we're like, we don't have a soundie tonight. And we're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Holy shit. We're still bringing our stuff in. We're like, first band's meant to sound check like in 10 minutes. In walks Scott Crichton. And we're like, holy shit. Oh, it's going to be a great night. Like all stress just put aside because we know he's a fucking legend, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And sound engineers make a gig as well.
Yeah.
So there's others that are great. I'm a fanboy for Scotty, but
Yeah.
you know, Carl out there, Leah as well.
Yeah.
You know, there's some great sounds.
who was the lady that did the last gig that we just played at?
The Bird. So Leah.
No, at the Lyrics.
Lyrics. Rosie. Yeah, Rosie's.
She was
Yeah.
amazing.
Peter's got it.
from half court, like downtown.
Rosie. Rosie keeps like the sound's not like blistering, but like it's just sonically
It's
right.
clear
Like it's
and
clear.
It's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
So
good sound in there.
big shout out to all the soundies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
my
Heroes.
favorite, one of my favorite venues is definitely Rosemount.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a great sounding stage, and
Yeah,
it's just
it's a
there, I
very
can't remember his name.
professional sound too.
The fellow who does the sound there, he's tops.
Yeah,
He's really
he's
good.
wicked.
I can't remember his name.
What about you, mate? What's your favorite bar?
Oh, every bar in Perth, isn't it?
Whatever one's running
Whatever
happy hour.
As long as the beer's cold, doesn't matter.
Bill, I see you've got a fucking awesome shirt there, mate. Like, I've got to ask about it because if you look closely, it's not actually a beer that everyone knows about, is it? No. Any comment on that, mate?
So Russ is a really big VB drinker,
Right.
and
we won't hold that against.
and anyway, and so is my brother actually. So he kept saying, "Oh, we want to do a design, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
So he just on his own
Yeah.
paid someone to create a design. Then he just goes, "Oh, can we do a shirt with this?" And I was like, "Yes, you can. Yeah. Yes, you can."
I left my trucker cap at home. I have the same. I have the one on. But in a few episodes prior, I was repping it.
You were.
Yeah.
I
We
know,
noticed.
actually. Oh, you watched it?
That's why they're
I watch
here.
every week.
You watch our show?
Every week.
Good
Oh, man.
lads.
I think that
Who
puts
did
us
we
up
have
to
on last week then?
2 or 3 followers.
Oh, okay.
That's a good number. That's better than one. Anyway,
Also, big shout out to our sponsor, Dave Gillum
Thank
from
you,
Mustang
Dave.
Print. Thank you very much for having us. And also a big shout out to the Hen House Rehearsal Studios, always accommodating for us. And bands get free barbecue and beer on weekends when they...
Are you guys hanging around?
Oh, when's it start?
In about half an hour?
free sausage.
Hour?
Yeah. Mate, forget Bunnings. You just come to Hen House now. Like,
For free. So just
For
lastly, I
bands
was going to ask you
booking
guys, when's
rehearsal
your
rooms.
next gig? When's your next show? Like,
You
what
know the
can we
dates?
look
Was it
for?
April 7th? We're playing at
with the
Modular
underage.
Sanatorium at Vision Studios.
yeah, the all ages gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing this going around. You got Motivated playing as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Legacy Alive.
Legacy Alive on it
And
as well.
Legacy Alive, yep.
Appleby had to, unfortunately, Paul, they had something else going on, but you'll see them in a show very, very, very soon, I'm sure.
Yep.
And then we've also got 16th of April where we're playing the Big Gun Show.
Woohoo!
Yeah, Big Gun.
Big Gun. Oh,
So
yes.
You
Yep.
use it. I don't have guns.
Nah, neither.
We're bringing
And
the pop
there's
guns.
Amber down, and they're all like, whoa!
Yeah.
With 2 canoes down, you know, like, and he's like, whoa! I'm gonna have to wear a muscle shirt.
Yeah.
Just really
Feel
like-
like I could compete.
That'd
Or
be
like-
Bro,
amazing,
you know
though.
what you
Big
should
muscles
do?
on.
You know what you should do? Like, just chuck on one of those sumo suits.
Yeah. That's a plane. Just
do it.
I'm dying of sweat.
You know, we're just living in Japan again. It's all.
That would be awesome. Mate. I'd pay
man.
money to see that.
Oh, We can do a bet right now. No, wait. no.
Shake on it now.
It's on camera. It's on camera.
Sumo.
But we got Code Red on that one as well.
Oh,
I mean,
Code
Big
Red,
John.
yeah.
I love Code Red. I reckon they're a great band.
Yeah.
Who else is on that one? We got Incomplete, Helligan.
Wow, what a
Helligan.
lineup.
Yeah, they're
Coming
hella
back?
good.
They
Helligan.
Wicked.
Oh, I'm asking you because
They've been
you
in
know the
hiatus
Helligan
for a
boys
moment.
really well. And if Helligan are watching, Colourmine want to get in contact with you boys too.
I've got a question. If we're wrapping this up, I'm not sure if we have.
It's
anything to
fine,
say,
just
but,
ask the question.
We've got a weird show that's coming up, and
doesn't
it's
surprise
so it's going to be called Electric Idol. All right, so it's at Amps. It's on May 31st, so that'll be one of the ones coming up. So May 31st. We've got Amber Down on it, and we've got Tears of Venom on it, and we've got Tangents on it.
Yep.
And then we've got us on it. I was trying to think of the fourth band. It's us. Whoops. But then also there's going to be a karaoke comp that's going to be played on the other side next to where the Skittles alley thing is.
The bowling.
But it's a different type of karaoke comp. It's media that help advertise local bands, local music, and anybody to do with audio, music, everything else like that.
Okay.
We want all the media people to fight off for a prize. And so, being
So you
you are
want big
media.
things coming
You guys,
to...
this is
What is that? How does that look? I'm
okay.
trying to
So we've already got Jeff Halley and some of the guys.
Is Hunter Brothers involved?
Hunter Brothers are
Whoa,
involved.
you're
Roscoe.
going to
So,
go, Roscoe.
Roscoe,
Pit,
I'm coming for that beard, mate.
Rock Pit are involved well. Big Shawnee Bennett. Also
I wanna see
HFM as well. They're involved. So
yep.
we did this during COVID time, really, really quietly. You know when you couldn't get many people together.
Yeah.
Ryan and Frank came up, and we had
Yep.
Roscoe when they launched their thing. Up in Wangara, we did a small little karaoke comp where we just did a small trophy, and Ryan and Frank won. And then Sean was so disappointed because Sean sung up a storm, and the judge.
Did you sing Mr. Bojangles?
Oh my days.
So it's just a bit of fun. But
So,
this is
let
where
me get this
BTC
straight.
could be the karaoke champion or champions for a year.
So-
it just means we need to have you come down as a three-piece,
It's
a
a
trio.
karaoke competition
Yeah.
using like media entities in Perth, whether they are not for profit or an actual business.
Yeah, so
regardless.
mostly not for
So-
profit.
And would we enter as a group
So a group
or a
of
solo?
trio.
We
A
could
group of-
nominate
like
someone
we do a-
like Mel.
So you could trio right here. You
I can't sing though,
That's
man.
all right. You can do backups.
You can do amazing
Play air
Do a
guitar.
shoot
Interpretive
every now and
dance.
Or I could sing
Could be
sign
like-
language.
Could be Sonny and Cher.
So being this is recorded right now, are you guys down to come down on 31st?
That could be
31st of?
31st of May.
I think
31st
I'm
of May.
free.
You think you're free?
31st
All right,
of May.
but food for thought there. So there's
All
other
right.
people, so you get to.
But you know what? If we enter, we need our own cheer squad. All right.
That's you guys.
Yep. We got Fiona putting her hand up. Jardel.
Everyone at home, we're
Yep.
talking to you
Put
too.
your hand up, Peter. We might even need to film this, Peter.
This could be
That was the
crazy.
next
Yeah.
line.
Yep. You know
so,
what?
so 31st of May. So there'll be other people coming down as well. So we put
31st of May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Oh,
free.
this get me
Just don't put
excited.
us in the shit yet. Let's just have a conversation.
Yeah, let's
Choose
check
your
our
song.
schedules.
Do some tactical.
Let's check our schedules, speak to our bosses. All right.
That's me. No.
Dot our I's, cross our T's.
But
Oh, here we
this
go.
sounds like fun, man.
Yeah,
does
it's
sound
a bit
like
of fun.
fun.
And the other thing is, it's like what media does for bands is amazing. And sometimes I've talked to Roscoe and Shawnee about this a lot. Like, we get to play, and then it's great that we get to write and perform our music. But then the media people, so podcasts, reviews, reviewers, all of
Radio.
them, they give us
Yeah.
the opportunity to then sort of voice why we've written the songs,
Yeah.
Yep.
and just sort of show who we are. So it's almost like a hey, let's get everybody together and have a bit of a drink, have a bit of celebration. If you drink, you don't have to drink, but come down and have a bit of a.
I'll
a
drink
party.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've actually already got our song in mind, so don't worry.
Oh,
I'm already
out.
keep it on the down low so you don't
I'm
let
playing
the other
chess,
know.
guys. I'm playing chess.
Let
I'm
me
12
guess.
steps
Let me
ahead.
guess. Gangster's Paradise.
You got it. Thank you guys so much for coming down. It's been a
We
pleasure.
love you guys.
Thank you so much, boys.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Let's go get another beer, eh?
I'll get a
Thanks for
beer.
joining
No,
us.
none of that VB though.
Your shout. Adios.
Thank you very much, guys.
Big things coming. See you guys. Peace.